In this video, I'm going to show you the changes to people profiles if you are a basic user or somebody who doesn't have a lot of administrative privileges in the system. And I'm going to show you these changes both on a computer and on a phone. Right out of the gate, you'll notice some changes to our login screen. You see you have your login box here where you can enter in your username and password. And now along the sidebar is where you have access to those quick links for some of those logged out experiences of your site. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And I'll just quickly talk you through a few of the changes you'll experience on your home page as well. Up in the top right-hand corner will be your profile picture, and when you click on that picture, it will take you directly to your profile. Next to that is your notifications bell. Beside that is your logout button, and then next to that is help and support. This actually allows you to search our help desk for articles about anything that you're looking for. Along the sidebar is still going to be your main navigation for the site, so this is how you're going to get to most of the pages that you need. And I will point out a small change here. You can see calendar and reports now live on the sidebar. They used to live up on the top, and instead now they're here on the side. And clicking on calendar is going to take you to that same calendar experience that you're used to. Reports is going to still take you to your same reports page that you're used to seeing. We've only moved the way that you access those pages. So most of the changes in this release are related to people profiles, so I'm going to navigate to my profile to show you those changes. So here I am on my profile, and you can see that things are really rearranged. So you'll see we started on the About tab, and this is going to have all of the key information about me or the person whose profile I'm visiting. So you can see I've got contact information grouped together here on this contact card. My family is listed here on this card, and then additional information about me. All of that information about who I am is going to live here on the About tab. You can see as I hover over individual rows, this ellipsis shows up. And when I click on that ellipsis, that gives me additional actions related to that item. So be sure as you are experiencing these new profiles, be on the lookout for that ellipsis, because that's where you're going to find a lot of the actions that you want to take. Up on the top here is where you're going to find your individual photo and your family photo, as well as some of the key actions that you might want to perform about a person. You can see my action to edit my profile is a big blue button, and when I click on that, I get my edit profile modal here where I can fill out all of the information about myself. Now I'll point out that I can update information for myself or for other members of my family right from here. So let's say I notice that our last name is spelled wrong. I can update that information, and I can actually apply that change to the primary contact, spouse, and children of my family. You also have some quick contact links here, and then you have some additional actions related to your profile underneath this ellipsis. The last option in this list is Old Profile Page, and if I click on that, it's actually going to take me back to the old layout of profiles. But we do encourage you to use the new profile page as much as possible, because the option to go back to the old profile will eventually be going away. The other thing I wanted to point out here on the About tab is the way that you update photos. So if I hover over my profile picture, you can see this camera icon shows up, or if I don't have a profile picture set, the camera icon will always be there. And when I click on that, it's going to allow me to upload a photo. And I have this great new option now where I can crop my photo to choose exactly what part I want to show in my profile. So you can see that we are restricting profile photos to be a square, but I can adjust the size of this cropping box and center my face in there so I am only seeing the part of the picture that I want to see. And so you can see now my profile photo has been updated with that zoomed in version. The same option is going to apply for your family photo. If you scroll all the way up to the top of your page, family photos are going to be a 16:9 orientation. The next thing I want to show you is the new Involvement tab. And this is where you're going to see all of your history and activity related to various areas of the software. And this top filter bar allows me to choose what items I want to see. So on the left side here, we have what we call our tiles, which show you that information about a specific area of the software. And on the right-hand side is our timeline, and so this is going to give you a chronological view of all of those different areas that you've been interacting with. These tiles are where you're going to find a lot of those additional actions related to your profile. And if I click on the title of one of the tiles, you can see it unchecks all of the other boxes. So all I'm seeing is my serving information, and you can see it also updated the timeline to only show the timeline events related to that area. If I want to undo that, I can just click on that title again and it'll check all of the boxes. Once again, we have one of these ellipsis menus, and so when I click on that, I see some additional actions. My attendance tile is going to show me how many times I've been marked as attended in my church. My groups tile is going to show me how many groups I'm a member of, and if I was leading any groups, it would show me how many groups I'm leading as well. And when I click on View More, it's going to take me to a page where I can actually see all of those groups listed out. And you can see as I hover over each group, I can also choose to leave that group right from here if that's what I want to do. The financial tile is going to show me my history of giving in my church over the last year. And I do have some actions related to financial area as well. I can start a new gift by clicking on the Give button, or I can run my own giving statement or pledge statement. The forms tile is going to show me how many forms I have filled out and how many in particular I filled out in the last 90 days. And if I want to fill out a new form, I can click on this blue plus icon and look for a form that I want to fill out and start filling out a form right from here. So I'm going to quickly show you this experience on a phone as well, because we did improve the profile experience so that it works great on a phone or tablet. So you can see on my login screen now, my login box takes up most of the page. If I scroll down, I see that custom login text that my church provided. And at the very bottom is my toolbar where I can access my public forms, groups, logged out giving, and my calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. My home page is a little bit different as well. You can see I have my profile picture to navigate to my profile and my notifications bell. And now everything else is going to live under this hamburger icon that opens up the sidebar menu. So you can see here I have my navigation throughout the site, including calendar and reports. And at the bottom now, I have my help and support and my logout button. To close this menu, just click outside. So I'm going to navigate to my profile. So you can see on the About tab now these cards are stacked on top of each other, and when there is an ellipsis menu to give me additional actions, that ellipsis is always going to show, so I know that there are actions for that row. Up at the top is where I'm going to find my additional toolbar, where I have the ability to map to a person's address, send them an email, send them a quick text, or call them. And then I have my additional ellipsis menu where I can update things like my communication settings or privacy settings. You can see my camera icon for my family photo or my individual photo. And when I click on that, I can choose to either take a photo from my phone or scan through my photo library to update a new photo. So if you don't have a profile picture in your site right now, maybe log in using your phone and take a quick selfie to keep your records up to date. On the Involvement tab, you can see that I can now access my filter by clicking on this icon, and I get a modal with my filter options. And as I scroll down, I see all of my tiles, and then below that is my timeline. I hope that helps you see where things have moved and how you can interact with your own profile and other people's in People Reimagined. Check out our other videos for more information about the People Reimagined release.